You get good news and immediately start waiting for something to go wrong. Someone is kind to you, and you wonder what they want. Everything is fine, and that somehow makes you more anxious. Because if everything is fine right now, something bad must be coming. You are not a pessimist. You are not broken. Your brain has simply learned that the world is not safe, and it is doing everything it can to protect you. And once you understand where it comes from, you can finally start to change it. Catastrophic thinking is when your brain automatically jumps to the worst possible outcome. Not sometimes, constantly. You send an email and don't get a reply. You assume you did something wrong. You feel a headache, and your brain goes straight to the worst possible explanation. Someone doesn't text back. They must be angry at you. This is not irrational. This is your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. Your brain learned at some point, maybe in childhood, maybe through painful experiences, that bad things happen unexpectedly. That when things feel safe, danger can still arrive. That the best way to survive is to see the threat before it sees you. So it scans, constantly, looking for the next thing that could go wrong, not to make you miserable, to keep you safe. Your brain has a built-in negativity bias. It is not a flaw, it is a feature. For thousands of years, the humans who survived were the ones who noticed danger first, who assumed the worst, who prepared for threats before they arrived. Optimism was a luxury. Vigilance was survival. The problem is, your brain cannot tell the difference between a real threat and an imagined one, between a predator in the forest and an unanswered email, between physical danger and social rejection. Every time your nervous system detects something uncertain, it runs the same program. Scan, predict, prepare for the worst, just in case. And in the modern world, there is always something uncertain, so the program never stops running. How do you know if this is you? Number one, you cannot enjoy good things fully. There is always a part of you waiting for it to end, for something to ruin it. You cannot relax into happiness because happiness feels temporary and dangerous. Number two, you catastrophize small things. A minor mistake becomes a disaster. A small conflict becomes the end of a relationship. Your brain always goes to the extreme outcome first. Number three, you overprepare for everything. You rehearse difficult conversations that may never happen. You plan for scenarios that are extremely unlikely, just in case. Number four, you struggle to trust good news. When something good happens, your first response is suspicion. Is this real? How long will it last? What is the catch? Number five, you feel guilty when things are going well, like you do not deserve the good moment, like acknowledging it will somehow make it disappear. When your brain is always preparing for the worst, you are never fully present in the good. You miss the moment you are in because you are already in the next disaster. You cannot receive love fully because you are already preparing for it to be taken away. You cannot feel proud of your achievements because you are already worried about losing them. The cruel irony is this: All that preparation does not prevent the bad things from happening. It just ensures that you suffer in advance, that you experience the loss before it arrives, that you pay the emotional price twice, once in anticipation and once in reality. And here is what makes it even harder. The relief you feel when the feared thing does not happen lasts for only a moment. And then your brain immediately finds the next thing to worry about. The cycle never ends on its own, because the brain that prepares for the worst is never satisfied by safety. It just moves to the next threat. The good news, this pattern can change, not by forcing your brain to be positive, but by giving it what it actually needs to feel safe.
I'm doing it again.
The first step,
It's okay.
notice the pattern without judging it. Your brain is not broken, it is overprotective. There is a difference. When you catch yourself catastrophizing, try saying to yourself, "My brain is trying to protect me." This is a pattern, not a prediction. The second step, ask one question. When the worst case scenario arrives in your mind, ask, is this happening right now? Not could it happen? Not has it happened before? Is it happening right now? Most of the time, the answer is no. And that is the only moment you actually have to deal with. The third step, interrupt the spiral early. Catastrophic thinking builds momentum. The earlier you catch it, the easier it is to redirect. When you notice the first worst case thought arriving, that is the moment to act. Not after 10 more thoughts have piled on. The fourth step, build evidence for safety. Your brain keeps a file of every time things went wrong. Start building a file of every time things turned out okay. Every time the thing you feared did not happen. Every time you handled something you thought you could not. Over time, this rewires the prediction system. Your brain prepares for the worst because it loves you. Because somewhere along the way it learned that preparation was protection. That anticipating pain was safer than being surprised by it. But you do not need to live in a future that has not arrived. You do not need to suffer through disasters that may never happen. You do not need to earn your right to feel okay. You are allowed to be here, in this moment, without bracing for impact. The worst case scenario is not the most likely one. It is just the loudest one. If this video helped you feel a little less alone in your thoughts, subscribe, because next week we go even deeper.